check this out. My friend Erin just sent me a box from England. This made my day. So let me show you guys what is in this box. Okay. So stinking cute. Okay, so this is a box of tea. Kind of popped open a little bit. I kind of was messing with it. Let's plant a million trees. So I'm guessing that for each one of these, they plant a tree. But it's a huge thing of tea, and we always talk about going to England and sipping tea, having tea with the Queen. So the funniest part of this is to practice sipping tea with the Queen. We have Will and Kate masks. Heroes Friends bag. This is Cadbury, and this is amazing. None for me right now, but I'm going to throw this in the freezer and maybe eat it on a cheat meal. Digestives, waffle treats. So I have to ask her about these because I'm guessing that they're really good. Erin always finds the best little treats. So these are all Britain stuff. This one, oh my gosh, hobnobs. How funny is that? So then we have our hobnobs. Oh my gosh, my phone. And then some Jaffa cakes. So now I have a bunch of tea and biscuits and little treats. And then this one is so stinking cute because she just knows me and my Hawaiian obsession with pineapples. I love this. This is so cute. Anyways, this made my day, Erin. You are the best. I love you so much. So I'm just going to sit down and talk to you guys. This is the first video in the NPC series that I will be doing. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to come along with me. I'm going to take my camera and I'm going to show you all of the behind the scenes steps to getting myself from basically my beginning stage, because I will share with you a little bit about what happened like the past 6 months and how I'm kind of back in a beginner's stage. Not knowledge-wise, but body-wise. I am back to a place where I feel like this would be a really good journey for you guys to come along with me and watch as I transition from basically being out of the gym for 6 months and coming off of a lot of different things, all the way to fighting my way back and getting back on the stage, kind of like my comeback or my redemption. I've competed a lot. In another video, I'll share with you guys my fitness journey and how many shows I've done, which federations I've competed in, because I didn't start in the NPC, but that's for another video, so stay tuned, subscribe if you want to hear about that. My weight right now, you saw in an earlier clip, is the highest that it probably ever has been, and I'll tell you why. Before I had ever started fitness, I didn't ever lift, so I didn't have any muscle, and muscle doesn't weigh more than fat, but people say that it's really muscle's just more dense than fat. Hi Molly. So you can look lean and toned and all that, but be heavier because your muscle is more dense. It was lighter, but my body composition was just completely different. In your journey of learning about your body and learning about fitness, if that's what you're here for, just understand that you're not really focused on the weight. The scale cannot tell you how amazing you are. It can't measure how much body fat you have compared to your muscle. It just can't tell you anything but your gravitational pull to this earth, which is so tiny in comparison to everything else you need to know about fitness. So, Molly, go get your toy. Go get your toy, baby. The scale is something that I use, but it isn't the most important. And I do have a coach. I take body fat pinch measurements, and then I take tape measurements, and I send pictures and the scale weight, so as a whole he can assess how is my body transforming. in general, don't pay attention to the weight on the scale. But anyways, you saw my weight on the scale. That's just a way for you guys to kind of see and judge where I'm at. And also, I am 5'9" for anyone who's wondering, so I am very tall, and so my body is gonna look different than somebody who's 5'1". Don't judge your body, your measurements, your weight, any of that stuff. Don't base it on me because we're different. That's a big thing. Don't ever judge other people's lives and like compare yours, because you're not really gonna find happiness from doing that. So moving into the past 6 months, beginning of this year, I started competing for the Arnold Amateur, and I was, thanks to all of my amazing friends and followers and fam and everybody on social media, I made the finals for the Arnold Model Search, and I had done that the year before, and it was so much fun. I loved it so much. But you have to get voted in, and so I made the top 12, and I was so excited. But a lot of things happened. Basically, I had a lot of issues. Like, I had a lot of health issues and my body wasn't responding, and there were life issues at the same time that were just happening. And so because it was really because of the health issues, I had to stop going for that show, and it was probably like 4 weeks out, or I don't even know, 3 weeks, something really close, and I was devastated. It was, I mean, grand scheme of life, it's not a big deal. Sorry guys, so I had somebody stop over at the house, and I had to quit recording real quick, and then I ended up having 2 appointments, and I was hoping that I could get the whole talk in before I went to my appointment, but didn't happen. So here we are. It's later tonight, but it's still, I want to get it out. I want to finish up this talk and end out this vlog right now so that I can get it up tomorrow. We're going to Big Island this weekend. It's our first time to the Big Island. So I really want to put this up. Plus, it'll keep it more current with where my actual physique is. And then as I continue and check in, like, it'll be more current to where my actual body is. So I'm trying to get back onto track of what we were talking about before. I was telling you guys about how I am kind of coming off of like a few month break. So I didn't quit the gym fully, and I was still going to the gym, and I was still working out, and I was still being active in a lot of different ways. But what I mean by quit the gym is quit my workout schedule, because when I feel the best, when I feel the most like me, when I feel great, I am going to the gym at least 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And you always have to give yourself a rest, but I think fitness, just like anything else, is kind of an addiction, and I think it's a healthy addiction as long as you keep it healthy. But for me, I really enjoy the gym as kind of like my therapy. If I'm stressed out, it makes me feel better. I leave the gym with so many endorphins, and I feel so good, and I feel accomplished, and I feel like I'm getting one step closer to my goal. So it makes me feel, it takes away a lot of like anxiousness or like stress or a lot of things that you deal with on a daily basis. The gym helps heal me from that. So I wasn't going every day, and the biggest thing is I was being so bad about eating. I was either like eating very little because I just didn't have an appetite, or I was like eating a lot and a lot of the bad stuff. Like I was just being in such a bad, like I was in like a perpetual cheat meal. Like I was in such a bad habit. But now, and a lot of that came from, not that I'm excusing it away, but life happens, guys. Like life is going to hit you, and there are going to be things that just knock you down, and there are going to be things that just make you think like, okay, I'm done. Like, you know, like throw it in the towel. Like I'm over this. But it doesn't matter, because you're all going to face that. I'm going to hit it, like professional athletes, Olympians, like all these people are going to have those moments, like beginners, like especially like when you're first starting. The amount of times that I thought I was like totally going to quit and be done with the gym, like on my first prep, it happens more than you think. It's just getting over that hump and realizing, oh, I can actually do this. So I'm trying not to ramble too much, but I kind of want to steer you guys in the direction, kind of fill you in a little bit with what's been going on with me, and kind of set up this prep for where we're going next. So with this prep and with the months off, it wasn't just me deciding to take X amount of time off. I had originally decided I'm going to take 1 week off. My coach, right there, he told me, Jess, after I had to pull out of the show, he was like, Jess, like, this stuff happens, take a week off, you know, just relax, do nothing, like, spend some time with your husband, go out, like, do things you enjoy. You live in Hawaii, come on, get out, do something. And just, you know, just relax in the gym. Go if you want, don't go if you don't want to, you know, just relax. And so I did, and I had so much fun. And living in Hawaii, you can basically be like a perma vacationer. Like, you can go to Waikiki and pretend you're a tourist. You can go do all the fun touristy things, and you're around people on vacation. So the vibe is amazing. So we went out. I think we did a staycation. We like went out to dinner in Waikiki like a bunch of nights, and we'd go to movies on a Wednesday, and just did all of these things. And during this time, it was no social media. Like, I was like, I'm not gonna get on. And so anyways, I was off the internet for a hot minute, but it was only meant to be a week. And then I had so much fun being disconnected that I was like, okay, we're gonna do 1 more week, you know? I like slowly just kept on that pattern. But what was so much fun after just a week of, like, you know, just taking a week off, like one vacation was like great. And I was like, oh yeah, let's do it. I had so much fun. Let's do it again. Like, let's have a second week. That was still fun. And then it slowly got not to be as much fun when you're doing the same things. Like, and it's supposed to be like, oh, fun stuff, like watching movies, like eating crap food, like having nights out. And like, I could still like enjoy the moment, but I wasn't doing things that made me happy. Like, that did make me happy in the moment, but it didn't make me happy in the long term, if that makes sense. Because my goals are to live a healthy lifestyle, and I love feeling fit and strong and, you know, feeling empowered, and the gym does that for me. So the farther I got away from the gym, like, the sadder I got. So it happened to be so great. So I have mixed emotions about this break. I was like, oh, this was amazing. And then I was like, then there was like a lot of awful times where I'm like, oh, I just got to get back to the gym. But I didn't feel like it was not that easy. I'm like, oh yeah, you just do it, you know, like, just go and do it, you know. And it just wasn't that easy. And there's a lot of other things, and I can digress, and I can take you a mile down the road on this train of thought, and then down on this one and this one, and we could sit here and talk forever. But I don't want to make this like boring. But I wanted to share with you guys just kind of where I came from over this break and why my physique is not in my top shape, and that happens, and that's okay. One important thing for you to know is that competitors don't always stay as shredded as they do on stage. It's not like one of those things where once you get there, boom, you've done it, like, no worries, like, the maintenance is pretty easy. It is definitely easier to maintain than it is to get there, but I'm telling you, living that stage lean is not realistic. Like, we have to fight really hard and be really restricted and really tough and regimented and like mentally, physically, emotionally tough to get to that point. So it is not a sustainable, like, in the long run, that's not going to make you happy, and it's not that healthy because it's really lean. Especially women, we want to have more body fat. Our bodies naturally want to have more body fat. But what I strive for is to stay healthy and fit throughout the year so that I'm not getting really cut and shredded and then doing all the work that I did and like reversing back. And it's not healthy to do that either and eat crap and then put on 20 pounds. That happens. So if you've gotten there and you're a competitor watching this, it comes off. Don't worry about it. Just get back into your thing. The one thing that competing, well, it's taught me a million things, but a big thing that competing has taught me is that you are totally in control. You're in control of what your body looks like and how much weight you want to lose and how much muscle you want to have, and you're in control of it. Like, you can change it. You can't change it overnight. There's no miracle, but you can change it, which is amazing. And once you realize that, I could tell you this like a million times, But until you experience it and see like weight loss for yourself, or see your arms tone up, or you build a bigger booty, or get some abs, you know, that's when you actually believe like, wow, this is possible. Alright guys, well, my camera died, so I will see you guys in the next vlog. If you guys liked what you saw, if you guys want to follow along with me on my journey to the stage and learn about what goes on behind the scenes of NPC, with bikini, bodybuilding, all of that stuff, how I'm going to lose the weight and get in shape for stage, go ahead and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and leave a comment if you guys have anything specific that you want to see or want to know about competitions. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!